Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. I'm here in my studio getting my lighting dialed in. There's no doubt that studio lighting for me is critical. It helps me with my videos, helps me to get things kind of looking the right way, and well, I'm in a situation where I'm able to kind of manipulate this, change things, mix and match through a quality product and really some beautiful lights from the company Lumary. Now, I've looked at a ton of Lumary products in the past, and most specifically, I have absolutely looked at their recessed lights, but these ones today are starting to hit on most cylinders. Not all, but most. These are the best to date. I definitely like them quite a bit. They've enhanced my space here in my sort of newer studio setup, and I gotta say, I am absolutely pumped about what these mean. Got a little bit of ambiance, some different colors, some different ability here now that I have these installed. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a look at them in detail. I'm gonna show you how I get these mounted up. We'll go through some of the settings, and then we'll come back and, well, sit back down in my studio for my final thoughts. And so with that said, I have a whole bunch to do and a whole bunch to share with you. If you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. Now, before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Lumary who did provide these for review. And so now as we get into this here, you can see my existing studio lights. Now, I've had a few different Lumary products in the past, and they've all been very, very nice. But in today's video, we are definitely going to cover one of my favorite Lumary products to date. So the first thing you can see is, well, my color temperature a little bit warm. This is going to work out very well. Where these new Lumary Smart Recessed lights, this is the Pro 6-inch with RGB and night light feature, 13 watts, Wi-Fi controlled, and very nice. These give me a wide variety of control, a wide variety of different looks and feels, and some different ambiance in my studio space. And again, Lumary products have been great. But here again, as we get into this, you can see this is a 4-pack of lights. They do come configured a couple of different ways, but again, this is a 4-pack. And you can see they're a little bit different in terms of their overall shape and size. They're thick. They're not thin. They don't sit, completely recessed inside the ceiling. They actually protrude out a little bit. But that's the magic of these particular lights. So as we're getting into this here, you can see I do have to remove my existing lights, which is very simple, making way for the new ones, a simple thread-in bulb connector. That's all you really need to do here. Pretty simple little pigtail and the ability to thread these new lights into place. But unfortunately for me, well, it's not completely perfect. Although I figure it probably should have been pretty easy, I struggled just a little bit. I gotta say, I've had a few of these Lumary lights at this point, and this mechanism, this spring mechanism, is absolutely terrible. These here on my prior recessed lights are so easy. You just squeeze them, you slide them up into the clips, it pulls the light nice and tight up into the can. These are absolutely horrible, and it drives me crazy. I'm jacking up my ceiling tiles. It's a pain in the neck. I gotta say, this mechanism has to go. You can see how quickly and easily my old lights come out. Again, these clips are just so much easier. Now, I'm gonna do my best to get this up and in there clean, but again, you're supposed to press this up into the ceiling and kind of quarter turn it. It is not ideal. I can tell you that for sure. Again, you can see it's requiring me to push against the can. The can's popping up into the ceiling. Oh my God. This is just not great. But the good news is, well, after a little bit of work, getting everything into place, these lights definitely getting underway. You can see they blink and they kind of glow and blink a little bit until you get them configured. Leveraging your cell phone, leveraging an app, leveraging the Lumary app, you can get everything configured. And once you do and add the lights to the system, everything starts to come to life. So all things considered, even though it was a little bit frustrating getting started, I'm underway and things are going nicely. So now with all the lights installed and in groups, all synced up, ready to go, I should be able to go to my all group and hit power. Oh, and it worked. Yep, there we go. So now I have control of the entire group. Let's just say I want to go to night. Ooh, dimming down. So that's the night light. What do I do here? Oh, look at auxiliary light. Oh, so that's the auxiliary light is around the outside, and you have independent controls. So now on my main light brightness, I can dim that up or down, which is pretty awesome, bringing it back down. It looks like the one in the back is, oh, it just took it a little while, but it did catch up. When I click on the main light, I have the ability to change my color temperature. So here going very, very white, and then now very yellow. So camera might not quite pick that up, but that is the color temperature. And then, oh, on the auxiliary light, here we go, blue, green, yellow, anything. These lights are nice. These are nice. They're responsive. The app is improved over prior iterations. Now that the lights are actually installed, they're very quality from what I can tell so far. Time will tell, but so far, very good. So the app is pretty straightforward. There is a bunch that you can do to kind of play with it. There are some quick settings in scenes. So this one here called Daily Party, just making it kind of fun. Leisure, you can see the LEDs can spin around the outside. Rhythm probably would go to music, I have to guess. And in fact, if anything, it is showing me sort of a, I don't know, it looks like some sort of a graphic on here. But yeah, this is nice. Back to night. So very quick to go between these scenes. It's very responsive. I mean, this is much better than the lights I've had in the past. So you can tell Lumary's been spending their time to get things dialed in. The app is nice and improved. So far, I'm very happy. And so, all right, guys, there you have it. A look at these Lumary lights. Now, again, 6-inch, 13 watt, nice and bright. But the coolest thing, I love how these have evolved. I'm very happy with the performance. These are the best to date. Now, I've had some pretty good products from Lumary, but these are, again, by far the best to date. Not perfect, but very good. And you can clearly see how much of a difference the color temperature really does make in my filming ability and the ability to match my lights, which this is getting pretty close to matching all of my light sources. So it's a good, clean picture, nice and even. I'm getting things worked out here in my new studio space. I love it. And the fact that you end up with a little bit of ambiance, the ability to kind of tweak things and change things up a bit. You know, I can get into the auxiliary lighting, add the auxiliary lighting in. I can change it to different colors, set the mood, set the tone, and just bring in a little flair. It's very cool, it's refreshing, and I like these quite a bit. Now, I'm not a big fan on how these mount. You might have to struggle to fight that. I can't say. I did get these to work after beating up on my ceiling tiles a little bit, but they are nice and big and wide and kind of covered up the holes, so I'm not completely bent about it, but it certainly wasn't ideal. I think Lumary could use a better mounting solution, in my opinion. But they've absolutely made the changes. One thing that I like the most, I'm going to go turn the lights off and back on real quick. They have vastly improved from the standpoint that they actually stay connected to the Wi-Fi. That was a problem with prior units, but they seem to have completely worked that out with this particular set. So I'm pumped about that. They work great. The settings are nice. Everything about it intuitive. I just love how this works. So, not perfect, but very, very good. I can say I definitely recommend these and much more than the products in the past. And the products in the past were also pretty good. So in my opinion, very good. Thank you so much to the people at Lumary who did provide these for review. For the rest of you, if you like this content, do me a favor. Take a look at my Outer Limitless 2 channel, which is more on the tactical and firearm side of things. At this point, that channel is growing quickly. I have a ton of videos up there. So if you like what you see here on Outer Limitless, do me a favor and check me out on Outer Limitless 2. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.